Hello,
Welcome,
Melissa.
welcome in PotatoPotato.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yes, so it's 2 p.m. for me, but for you it's still early in the morning, I think.
Yes, it's 8 a.m. here.
Okay, great. Are you awake? Are you ready to answer some questions?
I'm always ready, as you know.
Great. So what I would like to, usually I invite my guests to come up with a theme they are interested in, but this time I really would like to suggest a theme, and I wonder if you would like to talk about life purpose.
Life purpose, but I think it's a perfect, subject, especially because, we are between the end of the year and the beginning of the new year, and every one of us, is doing his mental builds about his life, about his desires. And of course, life purpose is not just for the next year, but to have a quality life purpose. Of course, we need to have a final target and then cut it, in little targets reachable, step by step. So, of course, this is, the right moment, to speak about it. Life purpose. So to find actually, the right way to reach our goals, our desires, our wishes, actually, there is one part that is the most important for ourselves. So to know actually who you are. And this is, one of the most difficult questions that the human beings, since, the philosophy of the 6th century, before Christ, was asking himself. But I'm sure that before this philosophy, every single human being, asked himself, who am I? Why this question is so key for us, and how it's connected with the life purpose. Actually, they are the same question, because if you know who you are in true, okay, you know also how to drive your life.
Wow.
You know also which is the purpose of your soul, that actually, let's call it soul, but you can call it also, I don't know, your inner being, your real true, okay, your part of God that is in you. It depends about, all the vision of the life. But of course, this is a question that everyone is asking himself. And finding who you are in true is driving you for the next step. So to create the wishes, the desires, the life purpose that actually you really want. Why I'm telling it, and how is possible that one person is not aware, is not aware.
Yes,
Is not
good question. Yes, because this was really how. So let me ask you something personal. Maybe you don't have to answer if you don't like to, but how did you find out about your purpose, and how are you feeling that, experiencing it, that you are living it?
So this is, a research that I think is covering the whole life. So, and also the life purpose, and ourselves, we are changing and evolving continuously. So it's a continuous mirroring you, in the others, and understanding who are you, at which point of your, let's say, mission here you are, if you already finished one and you want to start, a new one. If you still don't know what is your real life purpose. And so it's always a humble question that you have to do to yourself. It's really not something too much predictable, but there is one compass for your life that is very, 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 very useful, and that everyone can use it. And this is the joy. So meanwhile, you are doing something that even the others are telling that is wrong, that is not okay, that is out, for example, of your studies. You know, I am the co-director of the Reconnection, the director of Reconnective Academy International, but I studied to be a lawyer. Okay. So, and I was for 2 years. Okay. Then I changed it totally. So finding your joy in what you are doing, it's one, you know, of the good signals that you are in the right way. And you can do the more strange things because you have to be out of judgment, okay, in your life and find who you are in true, also experimenting. So experimenting what is making you joyful, what is making you happy, but the real happiness, the real joy, not the joy, I don't know, if you are winning 500 euro at the lottery.
Yes.
That is, yes, it's a joy, but
I see what you're talking about. You have the adrenaline heights of happiness, which is most of all external, and then you have the inner joy. Is this what you mean?
Yes, so you touched a very important point to me, because the external kind of joy and sometimes also the internal, they are sometimes manipulated, but you know, from the mind and from what is outside. For example, all of us, we are watching TV, at least the 99.9%, okay? We are watching commercials, and they are telling us that if you want to be joyful, you have to drink Coca-Cola. If you want to be joyful, you have to eat Barilla pasta. If you want to be joyful, you have to have this jewelry or this kind of shirt, okay? Yes. And of course, this is not the joy that we are speaking about. But you can be tricked by this system. Your mind can believe that you can be joyful just with a Ferrari, just with, I don't know, having a castle like a house. Okay, but this is not a real joy. Okay, for someone, yes. So we are souls that we, in a certain way, we decided, you know, what to attract here into this three-dimensional plan. So if it's in your life path, of course, you will attract the Ferrari, the castle, the beautiful, you know, shirt, etc., etc. But if it's not in your life path, and if your life path is different, it's maybe not successful, because actually, I'm very allergic, let's say, to all these training programs that are pushing you always to be an entrepreneur and super joyful and full of money, full of men, full of woman, full of what you want, okay? And this is very, you know, a not real possibility for everyone. You must be who you are in true at the 100%, okay? So it's not for everyone having this kind of capitalistic model that honestly we see in the day, you know, in the day life, in the life of every day, okay? That is a system that is finished, okay? This system is very collapsing. So find yourself to build also a better humanity, a more spiritual and intelligent humanity. This is, you know, what we want to search around the world.
Yes, I think I understand what you want to say. If you talk about these courses, it's like you search a vibration you want to reach, and then you are at this, you have this vibration, but it disappears again. You have to find every time again.
This is not balance. I call them the cocaine courses. Yeah. So the courses that are giving you, you know, I'm the Superman, yes, and all together, you know, yes, and you are the most intelligent, yes, I'm stronger, yes, and I'm the best, yes, I'm the best. And then for a couple of weeks, maybe you are repeating it in the mirror in your house, I'm the best, I'm the best. And then you see your reality that is is
You're
not corresponding,
your
it's not
reality.
true.
Yeah.
And then you come back and maybe you can get a strong depression after it,
Yes.
because you were fulfilled of information that it's not you. So finding first, not the super hype things, but the balance. Second, finding yourself. This is something that is helping you to find, your right place in the universe. And always, and every one of us, we have our right place in the universe, like a giant puzzle. Okay, you are a piece of this puzzle, and if you find, your right place in the right moment, here. So it's something automatic that you know what you want for the future, right?
Yes, but I know what you're talking about exactly. So when you were talking, it dawned me that I didn't properly introduce you. So, right, you are the co-director of the Reconnection and director of Reconnective Academy. So you have all training programs of the Reconnection in the world, and this is probably why you talk about the difference of courses, because you can see there
it's professional experience, so I'm continuing, of course, to observe, also the others. No one must stop, in just one thing. So yes. I'm observing the others. I'm observing the people that is coming to our programs, etc., that yes, they are maintaining and increasing always their level of balance and joy and life purpose, etc. Of course, with the help of the frequency of reconnective healing, or maybe receiving the personal reconnection that is a super boost, of your life progress. But also in the way that we are teaching it, that is true, that is natural, that is obvious, that is logical, okay, and it is without any ritual, any pumping, of the ego, any kind of religion connection, any kind of mind connection, because actually reconnective healing is bypassing the mind in a super easy way.
This is one of my experience that is still I'm still not getting it, but I love it, that I learned to learn in another way, not with the head, but with the frequencies, really.
Yeah, it's something very common. That when I arrived 16 years ago, yes, or 15 or 16 years ago, to my first training program, okay, by Dr. Eric Pearl, I was totally left-brained. It means that I had to see, to observe, to understand with the mind, with the brain, everything, and at this time, I did a real switch, okay, and this real switch, opened to me a lot of doors, including the healing of my little brothers. That something that I will be grateful for all my life. Plus, after time, the experience of teaching it, I don't tell every weekend, but quite every weekend, as you know, okay, is permitting me to understand more, okay, and understanding more also logically, actually is very logical how the reconnective healing frequencies are working. And of course, not just because they are approved by the science, that the science is telling, yes, it's happening exactly what you are telling. We don't know why, but it's happening, okay? But also because you can see the universe in a different way. So the mathematics of the universe, you start to understand it. And in this mathematics, there is also your life purpose, because you are part of the universe. You are the universe, because actually one of the most important things to recognize is that we are one. Okay. in this moment, when you realize that really we are one, and it will be one of the experience that we will have at the massage tables together, also in Belgium with you, okay? In this moment, when you realize you do this click, you do this, this change, there you understand also who you are, okay? I know that in the holistic world, it's very common, we are one, we are one, we are one. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
We are one. Yes.
But,
and then
there is no but, yes.
No, and then you see that they're using techniques that they're not reflecting this we are one, because I'm sending to you energy. It means that there is a me and a you. So in reconnective healing, there is not a sending. All of us, we are receiving at the same time, because we are one. And when you are healing yourself, you are healing the others. And when you're doing a session to the others, you are receiving also the same kind of session. This is very beautiful.
It is. It is. Oh, I could listen for hours. It's it's interesting. Yes. Thank you, Guglielmo. So can we maybe just finish with the training program that we will have in Belgium in April?
Of course. So I'm happy to come in Belgium because, part of my family is living in Belgium since more than 40 years. Wow. So it will be also a good personal, return in a place that always welcomed me very well. So yes, I will be with you in Belgium. We will do the training program called One Experience. The One Experience is the program in which you will learn everything about reconnective healing. So how to facilitate reconnective healing, of course, for yourself, for the others, by distance, in a holographic way. So you will learn everything about it. And if you want, you can be qualified to do it professionally. If you want to just do with the family and friends, okay, you will be also qualified to do it with them.
Yes, but I have to say, I have to say that I'm really excited that we have the next days, the 22, 23, and then the days after we have the RCPP.
The RCPP.
It's just what we're talking about, this life evolution, this life purpose accelerator, where you can learn how to facilitate this for people.
Yes, the personal reconnection. So we will do on Saturday and Sunday the One Experience that I already spoken about. Monday and Tuesday the RCPP Reconnection Certified Practitioner Program. Okay, to do it easier, you know the name. And it's just the level 3. Okay, the level in which you will learn how to facilitate the personal reconnection to the others. Listen. One of the most beautiful experience of my life is observing my clients when they are getting, when I will facilitate to them the personal connection, then change their life into deeply returning to the life purpose that it's the real life purpose. I'm touching here about the heart, about the soul, not about the mind, about who you are in true. And it is kind of something automatic. Actually, you don't have to do any other exercise. You don't have to push yourself to be the best in front of the mirror. You don't have to convince yourself if you're not convinced, because it's happening automatically, because it's just returning yourself, and then you will produce, you will attract what is the best for you in your life.
Right, beautiful. Can't wait to welcome all these beautiful people who will do the courses, and yes, can't wait.
It's something unique, because both of the program, actually, yes, you are learning the modalities, but actually the programs, it's both the programs actually are a path to also take off from you fears, take off from you limitation, take off from you limiting thoughts. Yes, that there are too much, really too much influencing our life, and maybe they are making us renouncing something that is already prepared for you by the universe, just because you don't believe in you too much, or just because someone told you that it's not okay. Okay, so find your joy, find your reality, find your life purpose, but mostly find your smile everywhere, everywhere and every day. Okay, absolutely. In this three-dimensional, the situation in which we put, because we decided to be there, let's find, a way to return, to a more holistic, in the real meaning of the word, dimension. It means that we are one. And it's the reason why the one experience is so important for us.
Thank you, Guglielmo. Really beautiful. Thank you for your time and for your explanation. Hope to see you soon in Belgium.
We will see you soon in April in Belgium.
Okay.
Ciao, and a big
Bye.
hug to all the country. Ciao.
Okay. Bye.